They say that sports never truly leaves you. And I'm here with someone who's made it his mission to follow that very statement. Mr. Saurav Chatterjee, an ex-athlete who's paving the way for many, many others to accomplish and do what he's done. Why did you choose the field of sports marketing when you exited being an athlete?
So I was a very amateur level sportsman. In those days, there was no money in sport. Cricketers earned a little bit of money. If you remember the story about the 1983 World Cup winning team, they used to get like some 100 rupees a day as pocket money or spending money, etc. So people played sport as something that they loved, not as a profession. So when I saw that, and I have an advertising and marketing background, I worked in an advertising agency for over close to 10 years and I worked with Star Sports ESPN. So I wanted to marry my knowledge of brands, of marketing with my love for sport. Sport has always been my first love, and I played quite a few sports, but never took it to another level because there was I had to do something to pay the bills.
So what, as your experiences as a sports, help you carry business out in this field?
Basically, sport teaches you something that life also sometimes teaches you. That it's all about teamwork. That when you play a team sport, you are looking out for each other. Like one sport I played, but not as well as I played other sports, was rugby. But rugby was a sport which really taught me that you have to look out for your teammate and you protect your teammate. So in business, when you create something in sport, you must be really passionate about it, must believe in it. It's like your teammate that's next to you. So when you have a team that's working for you, you must all work as a team, just as you do in a cricket team or a football team or any team sport.
What would you say was the turning point that you realized that you didn't want to become a sports athlete, but rather you wanted to transition into the sports business instead?
Like I told you earlier, there was no money in sport. I was in school in the late 80s. I was the best all-round sportsman in school. I played 5 or 6 sports pretty well. But there was absolutely no money in that. And I had to do something to make a profession for myself. At that point, my passion for sport remained. I still played a lot of sport at the club level, etc. But I got into this 9-to-5 existence, working in advertising, learning about brands, learning about marketing. That helped me a lot when I moved to Star Sports. Then after that, I got an offer to head Sunil Gavaskar's sports management company, which was the first ever sports management company in the country. And that's when I realized that I can live the dream, be a sportsman and do things for sporting people which I couldn't do for myself.
So like you said, sports management was in its early stages when you worked and maybe even when you launched your own venture. So what were some of the earliest challenges that you faced and how did you overcome them?
Sports management, when I first joined it, was only one sport, cricket. And cricket was everything. Then you had this giant of a cricketer called Sachin Tendulkar.
Yeah.
And he was an industry in himself. Around that, the Indian cricket team was full of superstars. What I realized that cricket was a well-oiled machine. It didn't need help, it didn't need people like me. But there were other sports in our country which were crying for help. So when I started my own venture, I had promised myself that I will do things for all those sportsmen that don't get support. And I didn't do much or at all anything when I started Highlife Management. I didn't do anything in cricket. I was the first to move into football. We moved into athletics. We did hockey. And we helped kids with talent fulfill their dreams.
So, Best of You is India's largest football agency, which is founded by you. So, how did you achieve it, especially right now when football markets are rapidly growing? How do you consolidate your sport?
In 2008, I started a program in football called Soccer Stars, and I tied up with Arsenal Football Club.
Wow.
And basically, we did an inter-school football tournament right across the country, over 20 cities in the country, and the best players from each city were picked. They were then put into a camp trained by Arsenal coaches who came down. They picked 16 of the best from that camp, and these boys went every year for 5 years to the Arsenal Soccer Festival. Today, proud to say that many of these boys who come from this program have gone on to become professional footballers and have played for India, played in the ISL, played in the I-League. So that's something that gave us a lot of pride. When ISL started, Star Sports engaged with us to do a similar tournament. When we did that, the trip was not to Arsenal, the trip was to Spain. And we had tied up with the Spanish Football Federation. That's where I got close to my current partners in Spain, Best of You Spain. And they said that they were very keen to look at the Indian market and start something there. And they wanted to start it with me. That's how Best of You India was born. Best of You Sports, incidentally, handles many of the top footballers of the world, including we just did the transfer of Mbappe from PSG to Real Madrid.
Wow.
And Casemiro is our player.
So, as you mentioned, Indian football is going through a rough patch. So, what are your opinions that what needs to change in order for Indian football to consistently grow and improve over the next few years?
So, two things need to be done. One is the system has to change. Like, there is talent in our country, and we proved that. You know, when I took kids to Arsenal, when I took kids to Inter Milan, when I took kids to Argentina, Indian kids were almost as good as kids who are playing together for years. The thing is, our infrastructure in India is not good. So basically, the opportunities that they get in India are not good. We need to set up proper training facilities, good grounds. So many kids have lost their careers because they twisted their knee or had some kind of injury which resulted in them giving up their careers. So we need to change the system, we need to change the infrastructure. And then if we do that, and if we even spend a fraction of what we spend on cricket, Indian football will definitely make a renaissance.
What are some core principles that you have consistently maintained and followed in order for you to achieve this level of success?
Is that in sport, there are no favors. So many parents used to call us and say, please make sure that my son gets picked. We never did that. It was always a very transparent, fair process of selection and only on merit. Because at the end, you're just cheating yourself. If you try and promote someone who doesn't have talent, you're not doing the sport justice. So you must be fair to the sport, you must be fair to the sports person, and you must be fair to the people who are supporting you in the projects. That has been our principles always here, that we must be absolutely fair and transparent in selection. In that way, we select the best.
Right now, because obviously football is growing in other countries as well, how do you think that Best of You can remain in the position of being the largest agency in India without, giving up the sport to foreign competitors?
So, if you are well connected to the grassroots, which we are, we work closely with various academies, we work closely with the talent. So that grassroots is the factory. Grassroots is where you find all your best players. That's the factory that produces champions. Academies abroad produce champions. So our connection to academies is very good. It's if your heart is there, sport is an emotion. So if your heart is in the right place and you actually believe in what you're doing, and it's not just commercializing sport and you're just trying to sell someone because you want to earn money, then that's a formula that will always work. So I am I mean, I'll be the happiest person if more and more people enter this market and it becomes bigger, just like it happened in cricket. But it's not a fear because I think we are doing things the right way and we welcome competition. I think given our global standing and our global connection, we'll always exist.
The recent Messi goat tour in India, what are your opinions about the turmoil in Kolkata?
It was an accident waiting to happen. Now you tell me, why do you like Messi? Because he's a great footballer.
Yeah.
He's not a circus clown. You don't bring him, sell tickets and make people watch him from 200 meters away.
Yeah.
So when you think of Messi, you think of the footballer. You want to see him play football. You want to see him do something for football. If he's not playing, let him do something for football. Ironically, it happened at a time when Indian football is going through turmoil. Players are not getting paid. There's no league on. And here our country is spending millions of dollars on just watching Messi, shaking hands with Messi, taking a selfie with Messi. As a sports lover and as a sportsman, it's something I find really sad. I have the highest of respect for Messi, but I don't think commercializing him like that is the right thing for Indian sport.
So, could you give some advice to the younger generation watching about your experiences?
What I would say is always do things with passion. Sport is an emotion. So, if you are really passionate about your sport, whichever sport it may be, play it with passion, train for it with passion. Don't take any training session lightly, don't take playing lightly, but enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, the joy goes out of it. I think too many people in our country take cricket far too seriously, and that's why there's so much disappointment. Yes, you have so many rags to riches stories, but there are a lot of kids who forget that at the end of the day it's a sport, something that you play to enjoy. So my advice would always be to play and enjoy your sport. And if you have the talent, you must be disciplined and determined to reach your talent to the highest level. And that's a long journey, but once you go through all these steps, I'm sure you will all fulfill your dreams.